Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Francesca again with another reaction video. This time not to one Tom McDonald though. I decided to do someone by the name of Samson. I have seen a couple of his videos already and he is pretty much just as controversial, if not more so, than Tom McDonald. I'm excited to see a video that I haven't seen yet. I made the mistake of watching a couple of videos ahead of time without doing responses to them and realized I should have been recording, but this time I haven't seen this one. So we're going to watch The Sixth Sense with Samson and I'm going to respond to it and we'll see how it is.
Fellow Americans, good morning. Certain dates echo throughout history.
The January 6th insurrection.
January 6th attack on the United States Capitol.
The January 6th Capitol insurrection.
January 6th.
January 6th.
Wow, we haven't even gotten to the video yet and I already want to respond to just the intro. Does anybody else think that that's kind of insane that they're writing history now the way they want it to be read later? Has anybody considered that? The way children are going to read history 50 years from now, they're really going to believe this was like the worst disaster in history, like the worst insurrection in history, because of how much they've hyped it up. And it'll be put in the history books as such. Yeah, that triggers me, by the way. And I hate using that word, not an SJW, but seriously upsets me how much they're messing up history, because if you don't record history accurately, people don't learn the lessons they need to learn from it.
January the 6th.
January 6th.
Including dates that instantly remind all who have lived through them where they were and what they were doing when our democracy came under assault.
These clear acts of sedition and violence and terrorism.
A violent.
Yeah, look at all those waving American flags. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's look at all the burning cars in the background, like another protest that you know was peaceful. Oh, yeah, it looks really violent. I see somebody in a wheelchair. Yeah, really, really violent.
Acts of sedition and violence and terrorism.
A violent terrorist attack on the Capitol.
Such an attack on our democracy.
Violent attack to overthrow an election.
The worst
And people wonder why I don't listen to the news.
attacks in American history.
If I can't have it my way, I'll burn the whole country down.
Dates that occupy.
How dare he? The fact that he said burn the whole country down, there were people that were actually burning good cities and neighborhoods, not cities, I guess, but, you know, lots of buildings and police stations and other buildings. And breaking into people's houses and killing people, yeah, that's okay, though. That's all good. Unless, of course, you're a Republican. Then you better not say a word, or you're a terrorist.
Not only a place on our calendars, but a place in our collective memory. December 7th, 1941. September 11th, 2001. And January 6th, 2021.
Sorry, I had to take a drink. I couldn't handle it. Yeah.
Newsflash, nobody gives a fuck about it. We all admit that shit was pretty dumb, but that's about it. When we saw the news, we were shocked and we were kind of tense. Like, damn. Then we forgot about it by the 10th. Nobody's walking around stressing over Jan 6. It happened and that was it. We haven't gave a damn since. It's all good when riots are kept in the hood, but now you're freaking out because this was in the neck of your woods. Now it's a big deal. Now it gets real. Now it's important to us. Not back then in 2020 when stores were boarded up. Not back then when goods were looted and folks were brutalized. Not then, but right now, because it happened to the suit and ties.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that. He is making a very good point, because before it was like the poor neighborhoods that were having the buildings burnt down. This time they brought it directly to the man, which is where you should bring it if you're going to bring it anywhere, let's be honest. If you really want to make change happen, yeah, attacking your neighbors isn't really going to make that happen. But yeah, good point.
That shit's way above my head. We were fucking shit up all year with demonstrations that left dozens dead. But people like Nancy didn't flinch. In fact, they loved it then. People will do what they do. Bitch, ain't that what you said? Yep. There's literally compilation videos of you and all your colleagues inciting this kind of crap. So it's very fascinating to watch you swallow your words. You put your own foot in your mouth and now you're forced to dial it back. It's fine when you encourage it in my town, in his town, in her town. When the whole fucking city's being burnt down, you smile as you give the green light for mobs to rob shit. But as soon as it comes close to you, then it's a problem. Got it. I don't condone what happened on that day, especially the officers that were assaulted. I would never dare. But as for all the politicians...
I want to know how much of that is based in fact. I'd have to look that up for reference. I looked up a lot of, I know the casualties were all protesters, like that went to the hospital. If there were police officers assaulted, I didn't know about it.
That were there, you fuck us over all the time, so don't expect us to care. I care more about the store owner that's getting beat down in front of his shop just for trying to protect his place of business. He would probably help me if he saw me on the ground dying. Y'all wouldn't do a damn thing. Shit, you'd probably say good riddance. You'd walk right over me like I was a crack, and you were trying to save your mother's back like a 5-year-old kid. If you did acknowledge me, you'd probably nudge my body and go, aw, little fucker must have died of COVID. You know it's true. Stop bluffing. They do absolutely nothing that is trusting. Kamala, for you to compare this to Pearl Harbor and 9/11 is disrespectful and fucking disgusting. That's
It's outrageous. It's ludicrous. It's ridiculous. And I agree. Disgusting. Expletive. Disgusting. Yeah.
the most self-centered thing that I've ever seen. Compared to those events, it's not even worth remembering. No one that I know is even still paying attention to it. We'd all forget this shit in like a month if nobody mentioned it. Yep. And you know it too. You're gonna milk this thing and squeeze it till it's bone dry and it won't drip any.
You're gonna write it down in the history books. Mark my words. It will be in the history books as the worst insurrection of like the 20th century. Or the 21st century.
Juice, while your stupid committee's wasting money convicting people from a year ago while CNN runs continuous loops. We would rather hear you address a million other issues. We don't want to listen to you cry. Get a fucking tissue. So many things could be dealt with in a jiff, but you would rather sit in front of us and smell your own shit. I refuse to show concern for a group of people that I have no respect for. I won't go there. I'm not happy about it. I'm not mad about it either. I'm just neutral on the issue. I just don't care.
Yeah, I wish I could have the luxury of not caring, but unfortunately, I see the result it's going to have, and that is a little bit disturbing. So, in terms of having any foresight into how this is being written down and how this will be portrayed in 15 years, and 20 years, and 100 years, that's kind of what I care about. I know it's silly because I won't be alive then. But, you know, the future of humanity, it'd be kind of cool if we actually advanced instead of, you know, kept cycling into this degenerative garbage and then coming up again because we realize, hey, maybe there's a better way after we hit rock bottom. I'd rather not hit rock bottom all over again. I'd be cool with staying in, you know, current civilization and not going back to the Dark Ages, but it seems that some people would rather be there, so.
Yeah, I'm back.
Oh. Well, that was Samson's video. It was good as usual. It got a little gross at a couple stages. He likes to get pretty descriptive with his words and sometimes vulgar. And that's the part where I cringe a little bit, but you know what? It's good because it shocks people, and sometimes shocking people wakes them up, and people need to wake up because the reality they're living in, it's not reality, at least not for most people anyway. We need to start seeing things for what they are and making changes to make them better, because otherwise they're just going to keep getting worse, and that's all there is to it. But if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and as usual, have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.